Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Smackdown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Just watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. My hair's a mess. I put on this hoodie right before we went live. The only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Larson, Becky Lynch.
She's best.
Blew up the WWE last night. She's
the man.
She's the man. Instead of launching into our usual plugs, which we'll get to, we're going to launch right into this.
We're gonna promote Becky Lynch and how awesome she is.
Exactly. You could find Becky Lynch at Rebecca Quinn WWE at Twitter.
On Twitter.
Oh man! So the finale, the main event segment of WWE Raw last night saw the women's Team Smackdown. Well,
let's go back a little bit. First, Alexa Bliss came out, had an announcement about naming her members for Team Raw.
Is she trying to tank that team?
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
But maybe. She announced 4/5 of it and had a match to determine the fifth person that ended up being a ruse.
Yeah.
So Sasha and Bayley could take a beat down.
Yeah.
And then she announced fifth member Ruby Riott. As soon as that announcement was made, cut backstage and
something
Becky
cool
Lynch,
was actually happening.
Becky Lynch was literally trying to rip Ronda Rousey's arm off while talking trash.
That elbow was getting bent a bit too much. So she was talking trash. She was destroying Ronda Rousey.
You're not too tough. Not so tough when the man comes around. Man.
So of course, then Becky Lynch comes out to the stage. To the stage. What?
You're simplifying things. She doesn't just walk out. She swaggers down the ramp. I was giddy and laughing. I was watching it this morning here. I was laughing the entire time. I was like, oh my gosh, the way she carries herself.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like she is the best. Because she is the damn best.
Yeah.
Is amazing. And if she had gone out there in the ring with the 7 other women from the Raw division there and started beating them, man, that's like the one kind of misstep I would say for that segment is that Becky didn't go in there and start fighting first.
Yeah.
If she had done that, that roof would have blown off.
Because commentary started teasing it a little bit. They were saying, "Oh my God, it's Becky Lynch and she's staring down 7 other Raw competitors."
Yeah,
and we all knew what was going to happen. I do agree. I think that should have happened. I think they waited a little too long for the SmackDown women's team to come in. But the SmackDown women's team did come in. Big brawl somewhere along the way. Becky Lynch gets involved too in the brawl. And so what I heard last night, although I didn't go back and watch, was it a Nia Jax?
That's what people have said in commentary. I didn't notice it either. It was like she was brawling with Naomi.
Back elbow.
There was an elbow that inadvertently hit Becky square in the nose.
Because eventually they cut back to the ring, and oh my God, there was a ton of blood.
She was bleeding everywhere. She was doing this, trying to get to stop.
It was like, I don't know if it was literally coming out of her tear duct.
I wonder if it's a situation where it's coming out of her nose and just from wiping it and, doing stuff.
It was a spectacular visual.
Oh, it was great. Whenever you blood as a storytelling device in wrestling is outstanding. And when you get a happy accident, not so happy for Becky, I'm sure that hurts. But visually, a happy accident like that takes what probably would have been already a pretty neat segment and take it to a whole other level.
Yeah.
I mean, that just getting busted open inadvertently in that way, having blood all over her face, man, that made Becky look double tough.
I don't know.
Just double tough.
So many people, we're definitely not the first to do this, but immediately so anyways, SmackDown team, they they do their thing, lay out Raw, the Raw division. Becky grabs a chair. She annihilates Ronda even more because Ronda then comes down.
Yeah, runs down. Ronda was doing a great job selling.
She was selling the arm.
She was not using the arm
really great,
really at all.
Becky annihilates Ronda with a chair. SmackDown women's team hightails it out of there. Becky ends up sort of up in the or in the stands, posing, triumphant, posing, blood all over. You could tell she understood how big of a moment it was, and she understood how great the blood looked. And it was just an iconic moment. Everybody's comparing it to Austin's 316 moment. There's another obvious parallel, and that's Steve Austin versus Bret Hart.
Yeah,
because of the blood thing. I don't know if Stone Cold has ever said if the blood in that match was a happy accident.
No, that was planned.
That was planned.
He's talked about, I believe, that was the first time he's ever had to cut himself.
Okay. I didn't know.
I believe he mentioned that, and that Bret had to teach him how to do it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's my recollection they heard somewhere.
This obviously was not planned, but man, talk about an iconic image. This will go down in history for Becky Lynch as something very, very special. The big question is, because of how special this is, that moment last night, obviously, we talked less than 24 hours ago, we talked about ways to get buzz, bringing the edge back.
Yeah, that does it.
And that did it. It seemed like with how strong she went over Ronda last night, my prediction would initially have been they're going to put on a 25-minute match that's going to make Ronda look like $1 million. Becky already looks like $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
She already looks like a hedge fund. She already looks great.
Yeah.
I figure they'd probably give Ronda a really, really hard-fought victory. Are plans changing right now because of what we saw last night?
I hesitate to answer that question until we see what happens tonight on SmackDown.
Okay.
To see if Ronda shows up, tries to get a measure of retribution.
Yeah.
If, because at the end of Raw, Stephanie was laying into Baron. He had to make this right somehow. He had to do something to correct the obvious error that he made. In
Baron
letting
shows
this
up
happen.
in a tank.
Probably not.
It's just Baron.
It's more like a forklift.
Yeah.
Based on what we see tonight, the actual go-home show for SmackDown, for Survivor Series, then I'd be able to answer that question.
Are they changing things right now? You don't think that given how big the night was last night, that there's the possibility that what they had planned tonight, they might, I'm not saying change wholesale plans, but they might give it, as opposed to a 10-minute segment, they might give it a 15 or 20-minute
maybe.
segment.
I mean, if you're asking me if they're going to change the finish to Survivor Series, I'm hesitant to say yes, based on this.
I think, man, I don't know. If they were planning on Ronda going over clean, they might be second guessing themselves right now.
There might be some people in creative and management that might take that position, but if Vince is convinced that Ronda winning is his route to making more money, then Ronda's going to win that match.
Yeah, well, yeah, if he's convinced, sure. I mean, nobody's going to change. Vince. What's going to happen is going to be what Vince wants. However, given what we've heard about Vince McMahon being so high on Becky Lynch, it wouldn't surprise me if last night, seeing the blood, if he gets flashbacks to how much money he made off Stone Cold,
maybe
he might be thinking.
I mean, if he's smart, if he's smart, he'll find a way for at the least everybody to look strong leaving this match.
Or he'll
just at the least.
Or he'll overthink it and it'll be a mess.
Oh, I know, probably be an overbooked mess. But if it's an overbooked mess and everybody comes out, looking strong,
yeah,
and not really taking a clean loss, then
I mean, I guess if what they really need to do with Ronda is to get Becky Lynch to respect her. Mm-hmm. If you can put up the kind of battle where Becky will respect you, I don't know. But Becky can cheat also. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a million ways they can book this without a clean winner. And another question, is this going to main event?
Oh, it should.
It should for sure, right?
Totally should.
They've been pushing Ronda Becky a lot more in social media than they have been anything else.
Yeah, I know.
Brock AJ is like almost an afterthought.
Well, same with the even the men's Survivor Series matches. They put a lot of TV time into it, but it doesn't really feel like they're building towards anything per se. I mean, even probably because the build's been so short, and like the main storytelling mechanism in terms of building heat between the two brands was that World Cup tournament that finish out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That no one was really invested in to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they never really made it seem like going into this World Cup thing that there was any sort of bragging rights between Raw and SmackDown about who won. The only thing they mentioned was Shane saying, "Well, if the SmackDown, whoever from SmackDown reaches the finals, if they don't win, they get fired."
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't seem like anybody on Raw really cared if someone from Raw won.
Yeah. No, I know. We'll talk more about how these teams are laid out because some of them are horribly mismatched. Like that Raw women's team.
Well, I mean, like the Raw tag Survivor Series team really has no.
It's literally the entire losers locker room.
Really has no chance to be overwhelmed because the Raw tag division is not good.
It's beyond not good. It's awful. It's so bad, man. I mean, so that just goes to show. Like, I don't know why they stacked SmackDown's tag division so hardcore. Like,
I don't know,
diametrically opposed in quality.
I don't know. But it's the Raw women's team in comparison to the SmackDown team's not great.
The Raw women's team, yeah,
it's not great.
No, it's pretty bad.
And
actually.
I'm wondering too if they put Natalya on the team for now, and then at the last minute they can take her out, put in Alexa if Alexa gets cleared in time.
There's like two people for that. Like Natalya. I mean, storyline, yeah, Natalya works. Mickey James works in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby Riott might be getting a bit of a push. I mentioned this off
so.
camera
because
she had that promo last night also, and then her big reveal. We have a lot to get through with Raw. First, you can find us in the audio realm.
Yes.
Wherever fine audio podcasts or even crappy audio podcasts, wherever you find podcasts, we're pretty much there. We're trying to figure out, apparently we've been having some issues with Google Play. We're going to try to figure that out.
Yeah, we're working on it.
So yeah, check us out. Be sure to leave us a rating, review, or a comment. One day we'll get back on reading some of those comments here on air because I like doing that.
Yes.
We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. It's a really fantastic way to support Going In Raw. We couldn't do what we do without Patreon. Even $1 a month really, really goes a long way for the show. And in return, we give you Going In Raw ad-free on YouTube. And then we also give you access to our Going In Raw Discord server. It's a really fantastic community we have there. Cody Miles, all those guys have a really, really great group. And they're really great moderators as well.
Mm-hmm.
A couple shout outs here on the Patreon. Liam Braid, Mark Garcia, Jacob Valance, and Goat Chan, all new patrons. Goat Chan, what a great name.
That's
Goat
a
Chan.
great name.
Isn't it?
Wait, how's the first name spelled?
Goat.
Oh.
Like the goat.
That's
great.
Man,
just now, too. Steven Studler. That's a great name.
Man, we get a lot of great names.
And Jonathan Williams.
Fantastic names.
It's funny. Just while we've been yapping away, people have been signing up on the Patreon. It's great.
That's awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, man, I got an email from Paige.
Really?
Yeah, dude. She says, Team Raw will be feeling blue after Survivor Series. Look at her little face right there. She's such a delight.
Apparently, there's rumors that she'd been cleared.
No, shut up. What?
Yeah, and then she said no. She said she takes one more bump the wrong way, she can be paralyzed. So
man.
No.
Okay, well, Gee willikers. You had me excited, and then you brought it back down.
Well, it's content. Stuff to talk about.
It's content. That's great. There's one stray here is bugging the crap out. There we go. Man, I'm going bald. I need some of that Hims. Anyways,
thank you, everybody.
Who
contributed to the Patreon. It's very much appreciated. You keep this show happening.
You keep this show happening. You know what else keeps the show happening? Super chats.
Well, I was talking about wrestling.
Let's read. Wait, what?
Well, I mean, if we didn't talk about wrestling every day, we wouldn't have a job. We wouldn't have this.
That's true too. Are they going to do another UK episode today and tomorrow? Didn't last week's go up on Tuesday? I gotta get a jump on that.
It was dated
yesterday
or the 6th, but I don't know.
Gotta get a jump on that, man.
Poke the meme boy, or Poke the meme boy, badass bloody faced Becky for the win of the pay-per-view.
I doubt they're gonna do blood at the pay-per-view. That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
What if they were both just bloody? That'd be great.
That would be great.
DC 5-speed. Becky looked like Jean-Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport by the end of Raw. Heck yeah. DeMarcus Williams. What's scarier? Shoulder lean on Undertaker or explaining Slow Wolf to Baron Corbin? Well, physical contact.
Undertaker.
Baron's not going to understand it.
No.
He's not going to get it. You don't want to touch one of those guys, though.
Don't shoulder lean Undertaker. Eat a chokeslam. Warm soda, French fries, or tater tots.
Tater tots, man. It's a mood thing.
Yeah, it depends on
the
mood.
They are very, for being so similar, they are very different things.
It also depends where they're from. Like if you tell me mediocre tater tots and mediocre fries, I'll probably go for the tots.
You know what's funny? The fancier tots there are, the less I want them.
You mean with all the crap on it?
No, like restaurant tots. You know, they're usually like, if I get a burger, I don't want some pathetic little patty and some shitty little
understood,
bun.
yeah.
I want like big
meat,
tater
fresh
tots,
bread.
or Ida frozen tater tots.
I don't know, man. There's
great.
a place in Folsom that makes their own tater tots. And I think they even say they have cheese in them. They're fantastic.
I'll have to check it out.
I don't like cheese. You don't really taste it, but they're very light.
Oh yeah,
and they're fried to perfection. So you might check them out. They're crispy but still moist on the inside. It's great.
Mr. Ollie B. Becky is wrestling.
Yeah, she is.
Mr. Blue, is Becky or Undisputed Era the best thing in WWE? Yes. The answer is yes.
What if Becky joins Undisputed Era?
Oh, Alan Steele. Can I get a shout out for my new son, Roman Steele?
Oh, great name.
Roman Steele, welcome to the world.
That's a great name.
You have been birthed into this wonderful planet, and now you will lead us all.
Roman Steele.
Newer gang guy or gangy. Steve, how good is your Becky impression? It's terrible. KPP619. I wish Braun would have accepted the free train.
Yeah, I've been cool.
I want a train.
I want a train, 3 planes, a Model T.
A Model T.
A horseless carriage.
He's old-timey all of a sudden. I like it. That's good. Winemaker. Us Lynch is a double odd. You're triple soft, man. You're like Downey. Get out of here.
Wow.
Steve Howland.
Aaron
Gubra.
Gubra. That's Irish for Ireland forever.
Horse Trick Incorporated. R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero. 13 years ago today.
He's only 38.
Golly. Liam Wagner, Young Liam. Mr. Raw for Metal Show. Power Rank Crimson Masks. Liam Wagner's a great Instagram follow.
Oh, yeah?
That dude is passing out flyers at every metal show in the country, like always, and he's always like Instagramming it.
What's he passing out flyers for?
Metal bands.
Oh, okay.
Metal shows. Sorry, I should have mentioned he's on like every street team, I think.
Gotcha.
Is the term.
Gotcha.
Alejandro Gomez. Would you boys be interested in some Omaha steaks?
I love me some Omaha steak.
For like 5 years straight, that was what my dad would give me for birthdays and Christmas. Omaha steaks.
It's not a bad gift. Josh Little, does Braun making a deal with Steph tell you that men's Raw Survivor Series team will lose?
I don't know, man. Like traditionally, the teams that are on the teams that are the more ill-fitting are usually the ones that win. Like last year, Raw was supposed to lose, right? Like that team was a mess.
It seemed like it made more sense for them than losing. They won. But
that
if you
team was a hot
look on
mess.
paper, SmackDown should sweep all the Survivor Series matches.
Yeah,
totally sweep them all.
Yes, we'll get
they'll
into that.
Probably lose the Raw one because of that. Because
yeah.
if in no universe should SmackDown lose the tag team Survivor Series match.
No, not even close. Not even close. Because the Usos are on that team.
And the New Day.
Sanity
will probably be on it.
Yeah.
In no universe.
No, man. Honestly, you can just have the Usos and New Day versus 10 other guys from Raw.
Yeah, and they'll win.
They should win.
They should win.
You get Big Damo on that team? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. That is so stacked. You know what they should have done? They should have given those SmackDown tag team titles to... What's a low-level SmackDown? To Ty and R-Truth.
Yeah.
So that Thee-Bar could have been on that team.
Oh, I know. And just they would have
It'd been like Dream Team versus when they used to blow up in 92 and they used to blow up people for like 50 points.
Yeah, that'd been.
And then that
they
team
would
would
have lost a guy.
Then after the game, that team would be getting pictures and autographs.
Oh, yeah.
Time to get into Raw.
So the show kicked off with what was supposed to be a Raw Tag Team Battle Royal. The winning team would be captain of Team Raw, even though every team's probably going to make it to the team. But pretty quickly, Braun comes out. He destroys everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just lays out everyone. He grabs a mic, drops a promo, says he's not leaving the ring until Baron Corbin gets these hands. But instead of Baron coming to ring, it's Stephanie. And she was like, hey, Braun, you need to be a team player. I need you on Team Survivor Series because my brother, Shane, you know, he really stuck it to Raw by winning that World Cup tournament that no one really gave a damn about.
Oh, we got another patron, Taylor Rusco. Nice.
Another good name.
Another great name. Yeah, that World Cup that everybody cares about.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to put it on Shane. I mean, you called it. You said they're doing this just to go into Survivor Series. Which is totally true, but they're doing it in the lamest fashion, in the lamest way possible.
Whenever Shane is like the centerpiece of a story,
it's not good.
The wrong tack to take.
Not good.
And Braun says he doesn't give a damn about Shane or Survivor Series
or the Raw locker room.
Yeah, and Steph implores Braun, please care. We need you all in for Survivor Series. I'll give you anything you want.
Yeah.
Give you planes, cars, trains, anything.
She said planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
She used the phrase planes, trains. I don't give a damn about trains. Or
all I want is a Universal title match against Brock Lesnar.
What was that? What was the Spruce Goose? I want a Spruce Goose.
I want the Spruce Goose and the Queen Mary. I want all that stuff that used to be in Long Beach.
I want the very first Wright Brothers plane.
I want SR-71 to fly from sea to sea undetected by radar. I want my own reconnaissance jet. So Braun says he wants a match against Brock. And Stephanie says, done. Braun says, at this point, Braun should ask for just everything.
Oh, I know. Exactly.
In terms of storyline wrestling, he did. But it's like, what?
What is with these names today? Wade Love is the new patron.
So many great names.
Wade Love.
Great name. It's like I want a fully stocked bar in my locker room every show.
Yeah, exactly.
Go all out,
Green M&Ms.
Yeah.
I want the Led Zeppelin treatment.
There you go. Says he wants a title match against Brock. He wants a match against Baron. He gets to choose a stipulation, and Baron has to sign a waiver so that when Braun hurts him real bad, he can't sue. And Stephanie said she was cool with all that, save for the last one. She had to double check with lawyers.
But she did say she thinks she can make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Braun seems satisfied. Out walks Ronda Rousey. She talks a little trash about Becky Lynch and says, well, maybe I'll take out my frustrations on you, Stephanie.
But the crowd was not having it. Becky. All sorts of Becky chants, foreshadowing later in the night.
She is the best.
Yeah, they were all on the same page, creative in the crowd.
And then Baron comes out and tries to, he's the one that's trying to cool everybody down.
The voice of reason all of a sudden.
Yeah,
hey, everybody just needs to calm down. Calm down.
I'm acting general manager Raw.
I'm acting gum. So anyways, he tries to tell Ronda to calm down. She freaking judo throws him.
Well, no. He gives her the shoulder lean. He puts his hand on her shoulder.
Oh.
And then he eats a judo throw.
When shoulder leans go wrong.
Yeah.
It was funny this
You're
morning.
lucky that Kyle O'Reilly didn't do that to you.
I know. Apparently, according to one of the friendos, he doesn't even remember that happening, though.
Who, Kyle O'Reilly did?
Yeah.
Oh, someone talked to him about it?
Somebody talked to him about it.
Oh,
one of the friendos got like a picture or something with him, and he said, I asked him about the shoulder lean. He said, because he explained to him the entire shoulder gate. He explained to him shoulder gate. Apparently, Kyle O'Reilly said, I don't really remember that happening, but I'm really happy it became a moment.
There you go.
So, see.
What a professional.
Hopefully he's not saying, oh, yeah.
Next time he sees you.
Yeah.
Full mountain palm strikes.
So we got Ember Moon versus Tamina. Before this, we got like a shot, didn't we, of Tamina and Nia
Yeah, they're
Jax
friends now.
walking down the hallway, and then Nia like snapped. She like barked at somebody.
Oh.
There was like a bunch of PAs or creative guys milling about.
I went up to get a snack.
And she went,
I must have missed that.
Or move or something. Anyways, Ember Moon versus Tamina.
Ember's so great. She's fantastic in the ring.
What is she doing at Survivor Series?
Apparently nothing.
Man, they could have had a really stacked team.
They could have had Sasha, Bayley, Ember Moon.
Even put Ruby Riott in there.
Ruby Riott.
Because she's good.
And put Nia in there.
Yeah.
That's a quality team.
That team could at least,
Because SmackDown has Asuka, Charlotte, Naomi, Carmella. Who am I missing?
One of the Iconics.
Oh, yeah.
When you get one of them, you really get a package deal.
Yeah.
The other one could be milling about.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's more even.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, Ember goes for the Eclipse. Nia Jax distracts her. Ember eats a super kick. Tamina wins after her splash.
And then Nia attacks Ember Moon after the bell.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like after Nia loses to Ronda Rousey, we might get a prolonged Ember Moon Nia feud. And Ember better win one of those matches.
I like this. I like this team of Nia Jax and Tamina. I kind of like it better, I think. What do you think? I kind of like it better than the tag team of, because this is all headed towards the tag team titles.
Seems like it
for the women.
They're taking the scenic route to it.
It is a long time coming. What would you rather see, Ember and Nia Jax, or Tamina and Nia Jax.
Oh, Tamina and Nia.
Yeah, me too. Makes more sense.
I'd rather have Ember in title contention.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be great. After that, we had Corey Graves in the ring interviewing Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
About this whole Dean Ambrose business.
Well, and then his match against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh yeah, there's
at
that
Survivor
too.
Series.
Yeah. That's gonna be a killer match.
Oh heck yeah!
You think they're gonna give it more than like 13 minutes though?
No,
probably not. Huh?
No,
it's kind of a drag.
And I feel like the finish is gonna be wonky.
Yeah.
Nakamura's probably gonna win because Dean gets involved.
These guys need. Here's the thing. These guys need to be on the same brand so they can get one of those 25-minute matches.
Yeah, I know
that they do on Raw.
Yeah, or better yet, maybe they should just go to NXT one time only.
Yeah.
Main event takeover.
Look at this name right here. Another patron.
Let me hear
Another
it.
patron.
Let me hear it.
Justin Tolentino.
Man.
Tolentino. That just rolls off the tongue.
Some great names.
Oh, boy. Seth Rollins yapping away about Survivor Series, yada, yada, yada. Dean Ambrose shows up looking extra cool like somebody out of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, but then he set a garbage can on fire, too. Or an oil drum. Sorry, like an oil drum.
Yeah.
He set that on fire.
So that was cool. There was an oil drum with a really, really nice fire going.
Well, here's the issue.
He was sitting on the hood
of a car.
Of like a cherry red something or other.
Here's the only issue with it. This was quite obviously in the parking lot, like the players' parking lot at the arena.
Sure.
This need to be in some like kind of grungy.
Oh, they needed a fog machine too.
They needed more atmosphere other than just the burning oil drum.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, baby steps. They had a burning oil drum.
Yeah.
That was something. I agree with you. This should have been on 24 frames.
Yeah.
You know, or in 24
Dramatically
frames.
lit.
Dramatically lit.
Some smoke, yeah.
Some police sirens.
Yeah.
So that maybe he's on the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all good stuff, see? So he's on the Titantron. He's got that burning oil drum right next to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems like it could be dangerous, but anyway.
Yeah, it was really close to the car. I was honestly during half this promo, and it was a good promo. It was really good.
Yeah.
I was looking, and the fire was kind of like getting a little close to the paint job.
Licking up over the side
It
of the oil
was,
drum.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
And I'm sure that was a rental.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has the insurance. He pulls up. Excuse me, sir. You know where these burn marks coming from? I don't know. Lunatic fridge. What do you want?
Lunatic fridge. Crazy things happen. I'm around.
Crazy things happen. Then they watch Raw.
Yeah.
So anyways.
So he's like, Seth, you want to know why? Eventually he said the Shield made him feel weak.
Yeah.
Always covering for Roman, for Seth.
It's totally true, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, that was kind of obvious from the beginning. Yeah, he said, what you said exactly right. Except he took a long time to say it.
Yeah.
Made me feel weak. You know, I don't like covering for you guys.
So I'm going to burn my vest
watch
now.
your back.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish, though, that they would have we would have seen that a bit more. You know what I mean? Like, he's inconvenienced more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, Roman's getting his ass kicked by, like, Braun or something.
Yeah.
And then backstage, you see Dean about to eat. That's the worst, man. When I have my meal in front of me, and Alabama rolls up and she says, Daddy, can you put Pokemon on for me in the bedroom? Oh, then I got to wait for Netflix to load up, my Fire Stick to load up.
And by the time that's all done, your food's going to be cold. You put it in the microwave and it's going to dry it out.
Right. So, taking that same scenario,
so
Roman's getting his ass beat.
So Dean's backstage at catering, eating some prime rib.
Oh, about to lay in a juicy, hot off the grill, or hot off the whatever they use. Roaster, prime rib.
Roasted prime rib.
Juicy.
Just cut it off the bone.
Yeah.
It's a bone-in prime rib.
It's like freaking dripping off the bone.
Even more succulent.
Right? And then, bro, he's all beating up Roman. He's like,
he's watching the monitor. He's like, oh, I just got this.
Come on.
I didn't even get a chance to put horseradish on my plate yet.
What is going on here?
And so he has to go do that, comes back, and not only is his prime rib cold, someone ate half.
Bobby Roode is knee-deep in it.
Yeah.
He's
What's up? Hey, Dean.
No, he's sad eating.
This prime rib. Hey, Dean. This prime rib is glorious.
Glorious. I'm contractually obligated to say that
I know,
every time I like something.
He's got a giant bib so he doesn't get any juices on his robe because he has to wear that too. That's part of his contract.
Man. Another patron. This time it seems to be some sort of advertising. They've used our patron to advertise the 8th Bit podcast. Check them out. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're not. I don't know. They're a new patron. Also, thank you very much for the support.
Thank you.
The 8th Bit podcast. Anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to see a little bit more of the inconvenience that the Shield became.
We might have got it emotionally speaking, but not physically.
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Next, we had a recap.
Well, hold on a second. Then to cap things off.
No, I mentioned that already. He burned his vest.
But did you mention? Really, you mentioned that?
Yeah.
You must have been like one saying, you got to get into the details, man. What did he do before he burned it? He took out a can of gasoline. There's already a fire going.
Yeah, that seemed.
Do you need additional gasoline? Because he was getting a bunch of it on himself.
He did. He seemed redundant.
That's not safe. You're next to a burning fire.
That's probably nothing compared to his days in CZW.
That's a good point, actually. That's a good point.
Next, we had a Kurt and Drew recap from their match last week. And then Kurt's music hit. Record scratch. It's Dolph. Drew McIntyre is there, too. Drew drops a promo. It's incredible. Raw is his show now.
Yeah, this would have been sort of our lead thing.
Had it not been for
to
Becky.
be like, oh wow, look at that, it's Drew's show now, which was really great. Had it not been Becky Lynch just came in and basically made Raw her show. Like this,
she's not even on the brand, but she made that her
this
show.
This meant absolutely nothing once Becky Lynch showed up, but it was really good.
Yeah.
How long can he throw shade at his best friend Dolph Ziggler before Dolph is like, dude, can you stop talking crap about me?
Well, imagine this. If I look like Drew and you look like Dolph, like size-wise, and I kept talking trash, what are you really going to do about it?
I'm just not going to be. You're right. I'm not going to strike you because you'll eat me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to not come out when you're around.
Yeah, no, that's a fair thing.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, if you
just
kind of go away.
At catering, I'm going to do this. I'm sitting here eating my juicy, succulent, bone-in prime rib.
Bone-in, yeah, fresh off.
Right?
Just cut off the bone, just
eating
right
it,
then.
Right? You come over.
Fork and prime rib straight in mouth.
If it's like that, then I'll probably just be like, you know what?
No,
you just demand me.
Yo, heavy sigh. You go back in line to get the well done end piece.
I was gonna say
that's what you get.
That might actually how it goes. Might be the way. But if you just sat down with your meal,
yeah,
I would probably just
pick up your plate. Oh, passive aggressive, just be on your phone.
Yeah. Like whenever you annoy me, I just pick up my phone and I just start looking at it.
Yeah, you're on your phone an awful lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I can think is that Dolph thinks he gets something out of this arrangement in terms of success in the ring, even though I didn't bear any fruit last night.
Good cuddles at night.
Maybe.
That's what he gets.
Maybe. So Finn Balor comes out. He wants a match against Drew because Drew Claymored him last week.
Yeah.
And then Drew says, sure, you can have a match. Against Dolph.
He says, and then if I'm impressed with what you do against Dolph, maybe I'll come down to your level, which also means Dolph's level.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see what can happen. And Dolph even does, he was like,
yeah.
What are you saying about me right now?
Well,
but it seemed like half joking and half not joking,
yeah,
so I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, this coming where Drew Claymore's Dolph. It's happening.
I thought he was going to do it last night.
He should have.
I thought because he started to talk about like weak links, and he started to talk about like needing to like, it's his show. He needs to get rid of like the weak links or something like that. He was alluding to something.
Oh, he's talking people the weakness backstage.
Right.
Yeah.
And I honestly figured as much as they would talk about Dolph being the weak link in the Hounds of whatever, I thought he was going to Claymore him right there and be like, I don't need you anymore. You don't bring anything to the table, but he didn't.
He'd be right.
Let me ask you something. Why is it Finn Balor is only allowed to get fluke victories? Why is it he can't just straight up coup de grace somebody and then he wins?
I don't know.
When's the last time he picked up an actual victory?
I don't remember.
Because he had the 3 matches with Lashley.
In one, he won by roll, and one DQ, yeah.
This is Dolph. And I understand that he's fighting both Dolph and Drew.
Yeah.
And so
he needs to get the opportunistic win when he can. Yeah, that makes sense.
But, man, come on.
And they were...
put him on main event. Have him get some quality wins there.
They were doing this thing with Finn last night that I don't remember them doing previously, where they're talking about how much he's been disrespected in WWE. And that's a new thing.
This is, and also they talk about what a huge, I was like this would be a huge win for Finn if he picks up a win against Dolph Ziggler. Like, no, a huge win at this point would be a Universal Championship match.
Dolph just lost to Elias last week.
Right? Yeah. Not really actually a huge win for him. It's actually kind of 3 steps down.
Yeah.
A big, like a win over Drew would be huge. That'd be huge.
That would be a huge win.
Even a roll-up win, which is, if he gets a win, it's going to be a roll-up win.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Yeah, Finn reverses a rope into a rope of his own, gets the win. Drew seemed pretty upset with Dolph after the fact. Next, we had a segment backstage between Baron and Stephanie. Finn walks in. Stephanie says, based on your win tonight, you're added to Men's Survivor Series team.
Which oddly, well, Baron didn't even throw like one glance at that. It didn't bug him. I wish there was at least one little backstage thing where she was like, hey, we're putting Finn on this team. What? I made him a toy house. Remember that? I made him his own locker room because he's so small. Why is he on my team now?
I'm Captain Team Raw. I choose team.
I choose team. It's not Finn Balor.
And then Drew and Dolph storm in. They're upset.
Yeah. This team is a mess.
Oh,
dude.
it's a huge mess.
This team is a disaster.
And then Stephanie says, get your acts together. We got to win because Shane.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like this is going to end with, I just have a feeling the Survivor Series match is going to end basically Braun eliminating everybody and then putting the screws to Shane at the very end. I just feel like as many stories that should be told, they're going to ignore them all. And Braun is just going to clean up.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like that's how it's going to go.
Especially considering, like I said, on paper, SmackDown should win all these matches.
And that's a worst case scenario, and it's also the scenario that I kind of see them going with.
Yep.
Who's on the SmackDown team? Orton, Ray. Oh man,
no, Orton's not on it.
Orton's not on it.
No, it's Daniel Bryan, Miz, Ray.
Jeff Hardy lost to Samoa Joe. Okay,
Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
and Orton's not on it. Somebody else.
Miz.
I said Miz already.
Miz, Daniel Bryan, Ray, Jeff Hardy.
No, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe because he beat Jeff Hardy.
And who did Miz pick? Am I blanking on that?
No. Somebody in Shadow now. We're on low latency right now, so
All
they
right.
can all tell us. Shane.
Shane. Oh, yeah.
The one guy. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Shane. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Wonder how that escaped us.
Yeah.
Next, Ronda Rousey interview where she called Becky Lynch the millennial man, that she liked avocado toast and stuff like that.
Yeah, I totally meant to go back and listen to that again.
Because she said, I didn't mean any disrespect last week, saying that while I was practicing arm bars, you were learning your ABCs. While I was practicing arm bars, you were pointing people to the exit rows and stuff like that. So she was like, I'm sorry I threw shade. I'm going to throw more shade now.
Yeah.
And then called her a millennial man. I don't know. Literally, her delivery wasn't bad. It's just the content wasn't very good.
You know what? No, you know what's funny is that even when she came out at the start,
yeah,
her delivery was shaky. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe this is me. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. But I felt like last week her delivery was like killer, and lately it's been really good. Like even the thing with the Bellas was really good. Last time when she came out, like she was trying to give it, I think, a lot of emotion. It sort of came off like she was on the verge of crying though, and that really didn't work. And then I meant to go back and watch this again because so many, like, I sort of have paid attention to it. And, like, then I saw people on Twitter talking about avocado toast and the millennial man. And I was like, wow, I really should have paid complete attention to it because it sounded like it was a mess.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to, you can't.
I don't think I've ever had avocado toast, but in theory, it sounds delicious.
I've had.
It's just avocado spread on toast, right?
I believe so. I've had avocado on other stuff that was on toast.
Yeah, same here.
I like
a
to make
BLT, yeah.
I'll put like sometimes for breakfast I'll have like a slice of toast. I'll put a slice of cheese on it, an egg, and then avocado on it. And then I'll put some mustard because I like mustard.
Yeah, mustard's fine.
And then I'll eat that, and it's delicious. I've never actually had just avocado on toast though, but
I think there might be more to it than just avocado and toast. But I don't know. I've never had it.
I like avocados.
Yeah, I never used
hella
to like
good
avocado.
for you too.
Yeah, they got some good healthy fats in there.
Yeah, that's one of those things that when you're like a kid, like although Bama loves avocados. Yeah, she kills them.
But it's like when I was a kid, avocado looks like boogers.
For me, I don't even know if I
didn't want to eat it.
Well, it does. Avocado. I don't know if I ever had like straight up avocado when I was a kid or was presented it, but like I used to not like guacamole. Now I could literally eat it all day long with chips, man. It's so good. It's so great. Yeah, isn't that weird? Like somebody LB here in chat says 1987 is millennial. I think 1980. Like you can be born in 1980 and you're a millennial.
Yeah,
which is like
it's not when you're born. It's when like you were in your certain age range, I guess.
Oh, they say it's like when you're but it equates to you.
I mean, you have to go back and you born between this time period.
You could be born as early as 1980 and be considered a millennial.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like, I don't know what it is. You become an adult at the millennium, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of weird because everybody talks about millennials like early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm 2 years removed from being a millennial.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm super old.
Yeah, you are super old.
Yeah. Anyways,
Nia Jax and Tamina walk in the interview, and it's kind of awkward, but Nia's like, oh, hey, it's Survivor Series time of year. We're all part of Team Raw. How you doing,
Nia touches the title and then
Yeah.
pats her on the back, all hard and stuff.
Yeah.
Super annoying.
Next, we're supposed to have Ruby Riott versus Natalya. Ruby Riott comes out and drops a promo at first, acting like she's apologizing for breaking Jim the Anvil Neidhart's glasses.
Kind of a big-time promo for her.
Yeah.
I feel like Riot Squad might get on a proper track after Survivor Series.
Hope so.
In terms of giving them some actual character stuff to work with. I got that from this promo. I could be reading too much into it because I really like Ruby Riott. I think she's great.
Yes.
Natalya attacks Ruby.
Numbers were too much, though. Riot Squad hit a heart attack on Natalya.
Yeah. That's a decent little feud to be in for Ruby Riott with Natalya.
Yeah.
I think it's a good feud for her.
Next, we got the second take on the Tag Team Battle Royal. This time it actually happened. Winner is Captain of Team Raw.
So this started 10 minutes before the third hour.
Yeah.
What's been the big ratings problem with Raw?
Third hour. But here's the thing. It ended before the third hour began.
It did. It ended.
Lasted all about 6 minutes.
It ended. Yeah, it did. It ended. Yeah, you're right. It was. Yeah, there was like 6 minutes left, I think, until the third. It was quick.
It was super quick. But the problem is the drop in the third hour. But what they had leading up to and into the third hour was Heyman and Lesnar.
Yeah.
So you can tell what they think is going to get ratings.
Yeah, but don't you want to get off like a little bit earlier with your third?
Oh, I would think so.
Man, this is like when
when
you talk about the freaking maybe do that Dolph.
No, they should have done the Ronda interview
thing. The what?
The Ronda interview. They should have done the Ronda interview backstage. Get your two top, in Vince's eyes, mainstream stars, Ronda and Brock, having been back-to-back segments.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done.
But started before the third, started 10 minutes before the third hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Have a hot match going into the third hour or something.
Instead of a battle royal, that's basically meaningless. So the winner gets to be Captain of Team Raw. Slater and Rhino are out first. Slater gets eliminated. Then the Revival.
Oh my God!
Probably should actually won the match.
This is so fast.
Then right after that, Lucha House Party.
I barely watched this. Dude.
And then right after that, the B Team, and then pretty quickly after that, the Ascension. Bob Roode and Chad Gable are captains of Team Raw, but all the other teams in this match make the team.
Gable had a pretty decent elimination on Connor, I think.
Oh yeah.
How he sort of draped himself over the ropes. That was kind of cool. But man, this is so fast. What a terrible.
The Raw tag division's a mess.
Hold on a second.
What?
So the Usos, last week did they recruit New Day? They say, hey, we're captains, because that match was for captaincy, right?
Yeah.
And then the Usos said, hey, we want.
Said our first pick's New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, how many teams are there here?
I think there's 5.
1, 2. So they don't even get to pick?
No.
They're just saddled. What? Oh, I guess my point is this.
What's the advantage of being captain?
Who cares if you're captain?
Exactly.
All you're doing
is
you're just softening up your team.
I know. I'm telling you, it's a meaningless match.
This is so bad. But it's pretty funny though.
Yeah, I guess so. After that, we had a Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar promo. Heyman was talking about Lesnar's match against AJ Styles last year. How it was a bit of a struggle for Lesnar to defeat Styles, but he said to finish, this is not a prediction, this is a spoiler, Brock Lesnar's going to win.
Yeah.
And then both AJ and Brock have said that.
Yeah. Wow.
And then Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers come out. They're trying to get... Just a year ago, Jinder was this close to having a match against Lesnar.
I'm glad that they brought that up. That was kind of cool.
I am too, but at the same time, to think how far Jinder has fallen in a year.
Oh, he had a segment with Brock this week.
Where he got annihilated.
Yeah.
As opposed to last year, he was this close to having a match against him that would have been somewhat competitive.
One of them Singh dudes almost got friggin' literally
dropped on his head. I know.
Holy crap.
I know.
I can't stand that. I hate if you're German suplex, when you throw a dude like that, it just doesn't seem safe at all.
Well, when you throw straight down, you're not supposed to throw over.
Yeah. Or get
Yeah.
parallel with the guy, so he kind of skimmed.
Yeah,
Man.
thankfully he tucked his chin.
No kidding.
So yeah, Lesnar German suplexes the Singh brothers.
Well, they do the Shanti thing.
Yeah.
Jinder, he says, just 1 year ago, I was on the cusp of, I was preparing for my fight with you, and AJ Styles had a fight with me instead, and he stole my championship, and he had the match against you. And he has Brock doing the Shanti thing. Yeah. And you know what? I like whenever Brock is at least a little bit game to do something fun, because at least he was sort of participating in the Shanti thing.
And laughing about it.
And laughing about it.
Destroyed everybody.
Yeah. I mean, at least I like when Brock, like when Brock used to, when he had that great feud with Eddie Guerrero back in the day, and he was doing the mariachi stuff. It was funny. He looked like he was having a good time. That's the kind of Brock that I kind of miss, you know?
Yeah, we don't see that very often.
We never see that. We never see that.
By and large, he doesn't interact with anybody other than who he's feuding with and Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like that bit he had with Heath Slater a year or two ago.
Yeah.
When he says, I don't care about your kids.
Yeah.
And then destroyed him.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, Brock destroys everybody.
German suplexes for the Singh brothers. F5 for Jinder on the mat outside. Bob Lashley's heel turn is complete. He came to the ring wearing sunglasses.
We totally forgot to talk about this last week. The butt pose.
Oh, yeah, but he did it a lot this time.
And Renee Young was laughing.
Everybody was laughing.
She freaking laughed at it on commentary.
They were all laughing about it.
It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. So Lashley walks down the ring. Leo Rush drops a promo, has him pose a few times. He said, now give everybody your favorite pose. And then he bends over and shows everybody his rear end. And he does that in every direction until he's interrupted by Elias.
I really just want him to do the Jim Carrey thing. When
he starts talking?
Starts talking.
Yeah. And then Elias pulls out his iPhone, calls Child Protective Services,
CPS, yeah,
and says that that Leo Rush has been kidnapped by Bob Lashley. It was pretty funny.
How old are you, 10? 24. 24 now. Oh, yeah. He's got such a great sense of comedic timing.
Oh, heck
It
yeah.
is so great. So anyways, that leads to a match.
For the final Survivor Series spot.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Of course, Leo Rush's shenanigans lead to Bobby Lashley getting the win, right?
Yeah. Leo
was under the...
He was under the ring.
That's right.
Lashley and Elias were brawling on the outside. Lashley gets back in. Elias tries to get back in. Leo grabs Elias's foot.
Because
can't beat the 10 count.
Didn't Elias throw Leo Rush out of the ring onto Lashley or something?
That was afterwards.
Okay.
That was after the match.
Okay.
So Elias loses. He's mulling it over, stewing. He pulls Leo from under the ring, throws him the barricade, throws Lashley into the ring steps and the barricade. Then he takes Leo back in the ring and then throws him into Lashley on the outside.
Mm-hmm. There's so much bad blood on the Raw team heading into Survivor Series. Like, man.
Yeah, Finn and Lashley have had issues.
Yeah. Finn and Lashley. Finn and Drew.
Drew, Dolph. Yeah.
Finn and Dolph. Drew and Braun. Dolph and Braun.
Drew and Dolph, kind of.
Even outside, like you've got, Baron doesn't like anybody. He's the captain. Nobody likes Baron. You got Elias now. He doesn't like Leo Rush or Lashley, so he can do something.
He's had issues with Braun in the past.
Yeah. He has issues with Baron Corbin.
Yeah. This is all going south. But they'll probably find a way to win.
Runaway train, man.
It really is.
Kurt Angle's lurking out there somewhere.
Yeah. Next, Alexa Bliss. We kind of went over this at the beginning of the show. Comes to the ring, announces the Raw Women's Survivor Series team. She says Natalia's on the team, but she's dealing with some emotional distress given what happened earlier in the night. She has the rest of the night off. Mickie James is on the team, as is Nia Jax and Tamina. She said the fifth member be determined by a match between the following competitors, Sasha Banks and Bayley. This was actually a really good match.
This is a really good match, yeah. It was awesome.
It was. They were hitting some pretty crazy spots. That Bayley to belly on the apron was awesome.
Yeah.
The running knees into the ring post, awesome. And then we come back from commercial, and Sasha has Bayley in the bank statement, and then Mickie and Tamina just attack her.
Yeah.
It was pretty abrupt.
Yeah.
Ref calls for the bell. Match is thrown out. They beat down both Sasha and Bayley, and then Alexa gets on the mic and says, "Ha ha. This match has no finish."
She's like, Sasha didn't win.
Bayley didn't win.
Although, technically, whoever got hit first, the other person should have actually won that match. It's just by DQ.
I know. So she says the actual fifth member of Team Raw is Ruby Riott.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby Riott comes down the ring. Cut backstage. Becky is ripping off Ronda Rousey's arm. Becky swaggers down the ring, Team SmackDown hits the ring. Everybody's brawling. It's not just the Survivor Series teams. It's, it gets to the point where it's basically both women's divisions.
Mm-hmm.
They're just brawling. Becky gets busted open. Ronda comes down the ring. Becky leaves. Goes and gets a chair. Hits Ronda with it.
Yeah.
Team SmackDown exits through the crowd. Becky poses in the stands as Ronda just fumes in the ring. It was all great stuff.
Crowd is loving Becky Lynch right now.
Is incredible.
Just absolutely killing it. This is going to be freaking moment of the year for
heck yeah.
at least, maybe even all
and then
wrestling.
Backstage, Stephanie is arguing with Baron. How can you let this happen? You're a terrible general manager. Where was security? You're awful.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it right.
You better make this right.
No, I will. I'll make it right. I will do it. It'll be okay. I'm going to do something now. I'm gonna do it now.
So I'm guessing we can expect some sort of Raw presence on SmackDown tonight.
And hey, no overrun for the first time.
It was good
in 20 years. I liked it. It was a small thing. It was a small thing. You could tell that the Stephanie Baron thing was sort of their fluid buffer to go out on.
Yeah, because they got cut off by commentary when they signed off.
Yeah. But there was definitely more, knowing going into it, because we had heard in advance that this was going to be the case, there definitely was a palpable sense of urgency getting out of the show. There were, and I think that's really, really good.
Yes,
I think that's very good.
And for us as viewers, it's good to know that, there's an endpoint for this program as opposed to some time.
It gives it a sense,
11 and 11:20.
For us, exactly. It gives us a sense of urgency. It's like, oh man, this is
leading up to some sort of crescendo.
Exactly, yeah.
You want to do a SmackDown preview? Of course you do. First item, how will Raw react to Becky Lynch's invasion? Monday night, Becky Lynch led Team Blues women in a surprise invasion of Raw that ended with the man, blasting Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey with a steel chair, standing tall and declaring that Raw was her show. Now that the battle lines have been drawn in the struggle for brand supremacy, how will Raw respond? Will they be out for retribution just 5 nights before Survivor Series?
Next.
Yes is the answer to that question.
Can the men's, not to be confused with the man, can the men's Survivor Series team get on the same page? The SmackDown Men's Survivor Series team was set last week with co-captains Daniel Bryan and The Miz, adding Commissioner Shane McMahon, Rey Mysterio, and Samoa Joe to their squad. But turmoil among the team at the end of last week's show has the WWE Universe wondering if they'll present a united front this Sunday against Raw. Can the members of Team SmackDown put their differences aside? Their differences are few and far between, are very small. Daniel Bryan and The Miz were practically best friends last week.
Yeah, see the way until they fought at the end.
Everybody seems to love Shane. He hasn't done a heel turn or anything
yet.
Everybody loves Rey, except for maybe The Miz. But even The Miz cleared him to be on the team. Samoa Joe's a jerk, but that's kind of the extent of it, So they're all they need is one good meal at the Golden Corral together, and they'll be totally fine.
All right. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful just posted this on Twitter about a half hour ago. It says, was hesitant to post this because a lot can change, but I've been told by 2 sources that Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey is off of this Sunday's Survivor Series card. Because I don't want I don't want anybody to lose.
Well, if it's off? Well, that's got to have something to do with.
They suspect that Becky might have a concussion and a broken nose
because of the
elbow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing official yet. That'd be a bummer. Will Charlotte Flair captain the women's team this Sunday? SmackDown Live General Manager Paige revealed her team for the Women's Survivor Series elimination match last week, choosing Asuka, Naomi, Carmella, and Sonya Deville as part of the team that will square off against Alexa Bliss's Raw crew on Sunday. Missing from the lineup was Charlotte Flair, who Paige wants on the team as the captain. However, the Queen rebuffed Paige's offer several weeks ago and was nowhere to be found when announced last Tuesday, but she was there last night. Will Charlotte take her place on Team Blue this week? Well, based on what we saw last night, I'm guessing the answer is yes.
Yeah. Who will join the Usos and the New Day at Survivor Series? Jimmy and Jey Uso emerged victorious over the New Day last week to earn the right to captain SmackDown's Tag Team Survivor Series squad, then picked Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods to join them on Team Blue. Who will join these two tandems to take on Raw's squad this Sunday. Find out tonight on SmackDown Live at 8/7 Central on USA Network.
Will be the rest of the SmackDown
There's
tag
literally,
division.
there's only
There's
like
a perfect number of teams.
3 other teams, exactly. Man,
All right, let's do some questions. Astros J5. Just finished The Marine 6. Great movie. You guys should review it in a post show or something. Is it bad that I'm rooting for the villain? Isn't Becky Lynch the villain in that movie?
Yes, that's why he's rooting for the villain.
Then there's nothing wrong with that.
That's perfect.
Mr. Ollie B, 27. I forgot B Team existed until I watched Raw. Yeah, they kind of faded into obscurity once they lost those tag titles.
Tell me about it. I mean, good for them and Slater and Rhino for getting a pay-per-view slot.
Yeah. Wayne Maker. Would Larson donate beard shavings to infill Steve's bald areas in a hair meld, thus becoming Leave and Starson best YouTube tag team?
That's just weird. Who said? Was that Wayne Maker?
That was Wayne Maker.
Oh my God. What are we gonna do with him? It's too much. You are too much.
Too much. Cody Miles, check what Troll posted on Discord about Becky and Ronda being off. Yeah, I think it's just the tweets referencing the Fightful story. Andrew Monahan, Dean makes more sense if he hadn't won the tag titles.
Well, I mean, sometimes it could just be kind of a thing where, when you used to like break up with somebody, you just want to be alone. You just want to I'm happier on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So you just come up with reasons. You come up with excuses that might not make a whole lot of sense, but it gets you out of the house or it gets you out of the room.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing it by text. These days they probably do it by text.
Probably.
I don't know. So I suspect that it's he just wants to be on his own. That was it.
Yeah, it could be.
It's hard to articulate.
Yeah, Josh Little, I don't know about you, but Finn and Drew would be a much better tag team than Drew and Dolph, since Drew and Finn look kind of alike. Just turned Finn heel. Yeah, just make Finn more interesting.
So WrestleVotes has it also.
Yeah, I saw that they mentioned the Fightful story. Joe Juarez, avocado with egg inside wrapped in bacon, fried. That sounds good. I'd eat that. Oh, I missed my spot. Toby Michaels, allergy to avocado puts Becky over as a face for me.
So there is some sort of Meltzer disclaimer. What did Meltzer say about it? There's something about Meltzer too.
All right. Wayne Maker, avocado, going in raw, gentrification, curse of Larson. I'm just from California, man. You get avocado and everything here. Nate Williams, do you fear Velveteen Dream call-up? I feel Vince... Do you fear Velveteen Dream call-up? I feel Vince think that he's a gay character and like a...
Dream is amazing and they think they can... Yeah, I don't know about that,
I don't know what that means.
Thanks for your support, though.
I don't know. I don't understand the question. The Jack Daddy ref, Rich Hardesty. Yeah, we'll get you a program with Brock. You'll be big. Lashley signs contract 7 months later. Okay, Bobby, get out of there. Get out there, bend and spread. I mean, I guess if Nate Williams' question is, do you think Vince will not understand the complexities of Velveteen Dream's character?
It's possible.
Then, yeah, I think that's kind of the root of the fear we have about him getting called up to Maine, is that Vince will see him as something and then oversimplify it.
We've heard like, okay, so because there's two things that I can think out of the top of my head that were rumored to be things that Vince wanted to see over the past couple of years.
Oh, gosh.
One was the Bayley romancing Corey Graves thing, like her first kiss or something like that. And then another one had to do, I think, with Ellsworth being like a transgender character or something like that.
Yeah.
They never came to pass.
Yeah.
I mean, they never happened, so I'm not sure how much truth there is to those. So I don't know. I'm less concerned about it now.
But if you look historically at WWE, their depiction of,
we're coming off watching Survivor Series 97.
Yeah.
So no, I absolutely understand. At the same time, like the phrase "What have you done for me lately" really does apply to WWE. It does feel like they've learned a lot of lessons in the very recent
Yeah, I'd hope
past.
so. But you hear, the two examples you mentioned, if there was a kernel of truth to them, that they were being, discussed as serious ideas.
Yeah.
But you can take the approach of "What have you done for me lately," but you can't necessarily forget track record.
Yeah.
But the greatness of Velveteen Dream is that he is such a complex character, and I hope they keep that all intact whenever he gets called up to me, because he's fantastic. His Velveteen Dream he's got like otherworldly talent.
So Sean Ross in the same
Twitter's
Sean
thread?
Sapp,
Yeah,
in the same thread says, also heard the sentiment of "shit happens" changed pretty quickly after everything too. Somebody gets injured, shit happens. Apparently that sentiment's out the window, which could mean, I would take that to mean that Nia Jax, if she's the one who threw that elbow, she might be in big trouble.
Gotcha.
That's my read of it.
Okay. Understood. I just didn't know what preceded that comment.
Yeah.
Mario Cisternas, do you think WWE's agreement with Fox could be a catalyst for both teams winning in Survivor Series? Do you think WWE's agreement with Fox to be a catalyst for both teams winning at Survivor Series?
Oh,
like a screwy finish?
Well, you got USA and you got Fox.
Oh.
Is it possible that neither, I don't want a losing brand if you have these two brands going up? That would kind of surprise me.
I'd think that would be more of a thing next year as opposed to this year.
Yeah. But, going forward, it's kind of an interesting question.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I would be kind of surprised if...
Maybe they won't do brand versus brand then.
If WWE, went out of its way to bury one brand over the other. I know Raw won easily last year.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, that was as close to a burial as you get at Survivor Series.
But the final tally was really close. It was tight until the end, right?
Yeah. Josh Little, Elias should have hit Leo with his guitar. That's probably coming at some point. Scorpio 85 would like Drew to be WWE champion instead. Who wouldn't? Drew should have all the titles. Alto, we should make a Snapchat account.
That's we already have too many accounts.
Yeah, Mario. Hopefully, what happened with Ronda and Becky will give Ronda a reason to go mental on SmackDown tonight. No script, just fists.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they write themselves out of it and have Becky there and get beat up by somebody.
Yeah, if she has a concussion, though, they'd have to do the thing where it happens off camera.
Yeah, probably. Mr. Ollie B27, is Nia getting punished? Well, based on what Steve just read, I guess it's a possibility.
I guess it's possible, huh?
Mario Cisternas has two comments here. 2-part chat post. For the past couple weeks, the kids at my work have been writing potential storylines they'd like to see in WWE. Their ideas are absolutely incredible. I'm going to put them together and make a blog. Would you like to see them once they're done? I guarantee you will love them. Sure.
According to this, the actual article here on Fightful, during the brawl, Nia Jax stiffed Lynch. It was originally reported that there was no heat on Jax for the incident, but with the new information, the sentiment has changed.
That's a huge money-making match that looks like it's going to get canceled.
Yeah, man. Boy, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, she's concussed. The match isn't happening. Oh, yeah, Brian Diggs. Deadline for your creations for Fun Wrestling or WCW are due on the 15th.
2 days.
That's
2 days from now.
Thursday.
2 days. I'm going to go over to the Patreon because we got a bunch of questions over there. And let's see what people have to say. Nemo has, what a great question. With Becky busted open tonight, should they add women bleeding in 2K? Yes, they should have done that ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make sure to turn that on our thing because I think we have it turned off. Joshua Martinez. So it's fairly obvious SmackDown is the A show. They had to call them in to get a ratings bump. Oh, do we have the ratings? I wonder if the ratings are.
Oh, yeah, let me check.
Let's see here.
Doesn't look like it yet. They probably won't be until later this afternoon.
Oh, man. The 6-inch Cyclops says, so Braun getting a turn down by Stephanie, just like the Big Show did. Yeah, dude, he's entering Big Show territory, man.
You poo-pooed when I made the comparison. It's coming to pass.
Between what? Who? Braun and Big Show?
Yeah. I did a match chat like a week or two ago.
Was it before the news of his attitude problems?
No.
Wait, it was after the news of his attitude problems?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it was before.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Well, yeah, because, I always thought his attitude was good, and the only reason to sort of link the two is because of attitude problems. Now he's got attitude problems.
Allegedly.
The Unprettier. Will we see a Braun Lesnar title match at the Rumble?
Who? Braun Lesnar? Yeah, maybe.
Is his title win? Is his title shot, all stuff Stephanie promised him, is that predicated on a Raw win?
I think it's just predicated on Braun's compliance.
Yeah. So if he really gives it his all.
Yeah, if he just he can't lay a finger on Baron.
Yeah. James Rodriguez, how do you think Ronda will react on Sunday when she finally faces an opponent that the crowd is more behind than her? Let's assume the match is still happening. At the start of the show, the crowd seemed to have already turned on her by cheering for Becky, even though she had yet to make an appearance or be mentioned at that point in the show. Well, having fought in the UFC as long as she did, or in MMA as long as she did, I find it hard to believe that she would be rattled by crowds much, one way or the other.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So I think she'll be fine. Peyton Bowes, if Braun is shoot injured, why on earth would they be forcing him to do so many physical segments and matches? Let the man heal. Well, we don't really know he's injured. I think the speculation was just it looked like his knees.
Yeah, it was just speculation.
Were shot.
MK Ultra has he brings this up in chat here. Did you guys hear about the winners of the Mixed Match Challenge? They get to their number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
That sort of flew under the radar.
Yeah, that's interesting that
it's not
stipulation.
Survivor
I know.
Series. It's Mixed Match Challenge.
I know.
Trying to boost those ratings, I guess, on Facebook.
So I wonder if that's pretty much going to telegraph who's winning Mixed Match Challenge, I would suspect.
Well, I don't even know. I have no idea who's in, like...
Because it's round robin this year.
God, that's too much, man. That's too much.
Whoops.
Let's see here. Blake Whitehouse has a non-Becky question. Who is taking the IC title off of Seth? My head says Lashley or Finn, but my heart wants it to be Mustafa Ali.
Oh, that'd be great.
Ooh, he'd be at the top of my list, man. Yeah, I could see Lashley, or maybe I would love it for it to be Finn would be at the top of my list.
Oh yeah,
I could see Lashley doing it because he's a bad guy. And if they want to get Seth into the Universal title scene, which they should, or I guess Dean could be an obvious answer. And then maybe have Dean versus Finn for it down the line.
A couple more super chats. Wayne Maker, get the new Muse album. We Are Coming. Never been a huge Muse fan.
Muse? Isn't that like hipster music?
I don't know.
Oh, that Wayne Maker. Underground hipster right there. Talk about avocado toast.
Fred the Shed, if Becky's out, add Ronda to the 5-on-5 women's match? Maybe.
If Becky's out, if that match is off, are we going to watch?
What are we going to watch?
No, are we even going to watch?
Yeah. I want to see AJ against Brock.
I'm joking, but man, that's such a drag.
It is.
That is a drag.
Sandra asks, who would be a good replacement for Becky if she can't wrestle?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No one can replace Becky Lynch.
That's it. It's
She's
Stone Cold.
Irreplaceable.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah. Scorpio 85, please Raw, or Swerve Raw, please Drew. Drew Swerve Raw.
Oh, how great would that be?
Get sent to SmackDown.
No, I mean, keep him on Raw. Raw he's a marquee dude for a marquee
He's top heel,
show.
I know. He's top heel.
Keep him on Raw.
He's great. Any more Patreon questions?
Will Botello, is Dolph and Drew coming to an end after Survivor Series?
No, they're probably going to have a match at Royal Rumble against one another, or Mania. That might be the Mania match.
No, you mean Dolph and Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he means their alliance.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, which will probably put him into a feud, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Let's see here. We have Mark Garcia. Oh, he's El Hijo de Steve. It's my son.
Your son.
Apparently. Somebody tell Christopher Kaufman that. He says, thanks for everything you guys do. During TakeOver, I will be right in front of the cameras in the middle of the TV. My question is, what would you two like me to put on a sign, and I'll hold it up whenever I can?
The picture of Steve leaning on Kyle O'Reilly's shoulder.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we're getting the streamer now. Waymaker just said Muse are better than Radiohead.
Oh, all credibility gone. You know what? I was starting to
Can I put Waymaker on timeout?
Yes, put him on timeout. We're leaving anyways. It doesn't matter. Put him on timeout.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I'll put him on timeout.
Everybody's welcome to their having their opinion on music, but that's hogwash.
I can't, man. Wow. Wow.
All right, we got to end the show now.
We're ending the show.
I'm upset now.
I'm upset. You literally made me upset. I don't even know where my outro is.
Alex C timed out Waymaker for that nonsense.
Oh, man. I don't even know where I have no outro music. What happened to the outro? Oh, there it is.
It's right there.
No, that's intro.
Oh.
Outro. Woo, it was
There it
hiding
is.
on my forehead on my desktop. Yes, I have a picture of me on my desktop. Anyways, Hilton, let's get that music going.
We'll be back for post-show.
Bonus show.
Bonus episode.
Bonus episode of Going In Raw for the $1 net patrons, because yesterday was a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. And check us out on Patreon. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.